Walk past any construction site, anywhere in the world, you'll probably see the same thing. Yellow bulldozers, yellow excavators, yellow dump trucks. It's so common. Most people never question it. But here's the strange part. Construction vehicles weren't always yellow. And the real reason they became yellow isn't branding. It isn't style. And it isn't what most people think. In fact, the real reason has everything to do with how your eyes work. But that discovery didn't happen overnight. And when engineers finally figured it out, it quietly changed construction sites everywhere. Stay with us, because the truth behind those yellow machines is far more surprising than it looks. Right here, on Hidden in Plain Sight. Think about it. Construction equipment costs hundreds of thousands of dollars, and companies spend years designing these machines. So the color choice isn't random. But if you ask most people why construction vehicles are yellow, you'll usually hear the same answers. Branding. Because one company started it. Or maybe it just became tradition. Sounds reasonable. Except none of those explanations actually explain why the entire industry followed the same color. Because companies compete with each other. If yellow was just branding, every company would want a different color. But instead, they all slowly moved toward the same one. And that raises a much bigger question. What made yellow so important? In the early days of heavy machinery, construction vehicles came in all kinds of colors. Some were gray, some were black, some were even red. Back then, companies painted machines mostly for identification, not safety. But construction sites were also very different places. Fewer machines, slower equipment, and far fewer workers walking around massive moving vehicles. As construction projects grew larger, the risks grew too. Machines became bigger. Work sites became busier. And suddenly, something dangerous started happening. Workers couldn't always see the machines. Construction sites are chaotic places. Dust in the air, concrete, steel, gray buildings, gray roads, gray skies, and right in the middle of it all, giant machines constantly moving. Now imagine a bulldozer painted dark gray in a cloud of dust. From far away, it almost disappears. From the side, it blends into the background, and that creates a serious problem. Because construction workers aren't always looking straight at a machine. Most of the time, they notice it from the corner of their eye. And that's where the real science begins. Your eyes don't detect every color equally. Some colors stand out immediately. Others fade into the background. But scientists studying human vision discovered something surprising. The human eye is extremely sensitive to yellow and yellow-green wavelengths, especially during daylight. That means when something yellow moves in your peripheral vision, your brain notices it faster than most other colors. And that small difference can mean something important. A worker turning their head, a step backward, a life saved. When industries first started thinking about visibility, many people assumed red would be the best choice. After all, a red means danger. Stop signs are red. Warning lights are red. So why not paint construction machines red too? Well, engineers tested it, and the results surprised them. Red actually performs worse in daylight visibility, especially in dusty environments. In bright sunlight, red can appear darker and blend into shadows. Yellow, on the other hand, reflects light strongly and stays visible even in haze, which made it far easier to spot from a distance. By the mid-1900s, engineers and safety experts were already experimenting with visibility colors. Around that time, manufacturers like Caterpillar Inc. began using bright yellow paint on many of their machines. Not for branding, but because it worked. Workers could see the machines faster. Accidents decreased. And slowly, other manufacturers started following the same idea. But because when safety improves, the industry pays attention. Within decades, yellow machines became the norm. Think about what a construction site looks like. Gray concrete, brown dirt, dark steel, dust clouds drifting through the air, yellow cuts through all of it. It creates strong contrast against almost every background found on a construction site, which means even when visibility is poor, the machine still stands out. And that's exactly what safety engineers want. Because on a busy site, workers don't have time to search for a machine. They need to see it instantly. Once engineers realized how visible yellow was, they started using it everywhere. Road warning signs, hazard tape, safety railings, industrial equipment, even school buses. They all use similar colors for the same reason. Your brain detects them faster, even when you're not paying full attention. So construction vehicles aren't yellow because companies like the color, and they didn't become yellow because of tradition. They became yellow because engineers discovered something simple. Your eyes are better at detecting yellow than almost any other color in daylight. And on a construction site, that small advantage can make a huge difference. It helps workers spot machines faster, react sooner, and stay safe around equipment that weighs tens of thousands of pounds. It's strange how something so ordinary can hide such an important reason. Most people pass construction sites every day. Yellow machines moving dirt, digging foundations, building roads. And almost no one realizes that color choice was carefully designed to make dangerous places a little safer. So the next time you drive past a construction site and see a field of bright yellow machines, remember this: that color isn't there by accident. It's there because your eyes are wired to notice it. And sometimes, the most ordinary details around us hide the smartest ideas humans have ever designed. If this changed the way you see something as ordinary as construction equipment, hit the like button, share this video with someone who passes construction sites every day, and subscribe to Hidden in Plain Sight for more surprising truths hiding in everyday things. Because once you know the reason, you can't unsee it. And here on Hidden in Plain Sight, that's exactly what we love uncovering.